Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Can you believe it's already August the 13th, 2023? The year is quickly slipping by. So it's been a good week, very busy week. The next 2 weeks are even busier for me. Just lots of things going on, but that's life. Thank you so much for all of the requests that were sent in for this week. I always find it very interesting when I don't send a theme for the program, but I wait to see what God has in store for all of us for this day. And the theme really for this week is just a lot of encouragement and help. I personally know of 3 funerals that are going on this weekend. I played for one yesterday, and I know that all these folks need a lot of help and encouragement. Maybe you're going through a really hard time and you need some extra help. Well, I hope and I pray that through the program today, you will receive that help and that strength that you need. But let's start out with, how big is God? How big is God? He's big enough to hold the entire universe in the palm of his hand, but he's small enough to live within my heart. All right, next up, Keith Lloyd in the UK. You requested Love Lifted Me. You said you didn't care what kind of rhythm I gave it, so I'm going to give it 2. And I will play it the straight way that so many of you have sung it that way. And then I'll play it with a little more of the rhythm that I learned as I was growing up. next up is Be Still My Soul. And I was just looking through the words to it, and maybe you don't know the words to Be Still My Soul, but I do want to read just the first verse to you real quick. It says, Be still my soul, the Lord is on your side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to your God to order and provide. In every change, God faithful will remain. Be still thy soul, your best, your heavenly friend. Through thorny ways, lead to a joyful end. So I hope you enjoy Be Still My Soul. Next up, it's for a very special friend in the garden. Next is How Beautiful Heaven Must Be. program so far. I know that a lot of the songs today are a little bit on the slower side, but don't worry. I always end it on a much faster beat. Next up is In the Sweet By and By. Next up, I've got one that I had to play for a lady to sing several years ago, back when I was living in Eden, North Carolina. And I have not seen this song since. It came to mind the other day. And if you happen to have the words and the music to it, I would love for you to share that with me. Send it via messenger. But the song is called Some Golden Daybreak. I'm getting signals that some of you knew it anyway. I saw a few hearts coming up there. Suzette likes to share with me the symbols that y'all are sending up. All right, next up is Sheltered in the Arms of God. in the arms of God. Next up, and I think I've only done this one maybe once on the program, once or twice, but it's called He Giveth More Grace. That does happen occasionally. That's the bad part about having to depend on music. So let's start that one over. Give us more and more grace, because it's the grace that gets us through. Because if we were all just under the law and not the grace, then we would get the punishments that we deserve. But yet it's through His mercy and His grace that we are forgiven. All right, next up, Nearer by God to Thee. Next up, one of my favorites, Sweet Hour of Prayer. Next up is an old Happy Goodman song, and it's called What a Beautiful Day for the Lord to Come Again. And indeed, it would be a beautiful day. I can look out the windows of the church right now, and it's such a clear blue sky. The sun is shining into the sanctuary. It's just a beautiful day. But you know what? Any day is a good day for the Lord to come again. Next up is a wonderful old hymn, but I like to add a little spice to it. So Jane Kelly, this is for you. Blessed Assurance. Blessed Assurance, Jesus is mine. Next up, Diane Judd here at the church. Also, you requested this one. God will take care of you. God will take care of you, no matter what you face in life. All right, 3 to go, and next up is Give Me Jesus. next up, and I remember this one growing up, and I think it's a early 70s number, and it's called Pass It On. Remember the words, it only takes a spark to get the fire going, and soon all those around can warm up to its glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you'll spread His love to everyone. You'll want to pass it on. Down to the last one today. And again, as always, thank you so much for all of the requests that you send in each and every week. I do appreciate it so much. Now, you know, sometimes I don't get to choose your song, and I apologize for that. If I played it last week, then I won't do it again this week, most of the time. And also, sometimes I can't find the songs or I don't know them. And so I do the best that I can for it. And again, thanks. So last but not least is a good one out of the Redback hymnal, Be Ready to Go. Thank you so much. I hope you have been blessed by what you've heard today. Be sure and share it with your friends on your Facebook pages. And also just a quick little statement, but be sure and pray for your pastor today. You never know what they're going through, because they're people too, and they need your prayers. All right, I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.